Hi, I'm Debbie Tyson with Mobilize Coaching. I'm a professional coach and I specialize in supporting people moving through life, career, and business transitions. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about fear, how it shows up, why it shows up, and how we can disarm it. In my practice, the number one thing I see that stops people from doing the things they want to do and living the life they want to live is fear. So here are 5 different types of fear and how they show up. The first big one is external fear. This shows up in terms of things like time, money, and lack of resources. We get in this mindset of scarcity and away from possibility, thinking that nothing can be accomplished if these things are insurmountable. The other 4 types of fear I want to tell you about are all internal types of fear. They're all about a story we tell ourselves about the way something is. It's not necessarily true. The first big one is a limiting belief. So this could be a story that you've heard growing up from your parents, from your community, that you believe to be true. And an example of this, one of my favorites, is if you don't get good grades, you'll never amount to anything. We all know this isn't true, but we still believe it. Another type of fear is an assumption. So because something has happened in one way in the past, we believe it will continue to happen that way in the future. This often happens when people have been laid off before. They're terrified of being laid off again because it's happened in the past. Another type of fear is an interpretation, a way that you interpret a situation for essentially the worst possible outcome. And then finally, the last type of fear is our inner critic or our gremlin, that little voice in our head who always tells us that we're not good enough. So with all of these, it's about a story that you're telling yourself, and you have to ask yourself, is this story helping me or is this story hurting me? And once you discern the truth, you have to act accordingly. One of my favorite quotes that I'll leave you with today is, "Don't move the way fear makes you move, move the way love makes you move."